Welcome to Virtual Play live game development streaming. We're a small indie game company in the Netherlands, making a lot of applied games, but also working on our own entertainment games. We have big plans, including a lot of new technologies and very cool new gameplay ideas. For this stream, we'll be showing the entire process of building our new game Hatchball, which is not really technically innovative, but a mashup of pinball and collecting and caring for cute creatures. My name is Stephan, and I've been programming and making games for over 30 years. When I was very young, I already had two big passions, music and computers. So I'm basically a self-taught programmer from a time before the internet and tutorials, and just studied computer science and artificial intelligence years later. Let's get started. Hey, hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are. So, welcome back to another episode of live indie game development. Last time I've kind of got the basic pinball bit working, I guess. And for those who are new to the stream, new to the channel, I'm building a game called Hatchball, which we would like to release somewhere next year. Which means I have to finish it by then. All the art and the design is done off stream. I'm basically just building it in Unity and talking about what I do, giving tips while I do it, and also just hanging out. If you want to chat is also fine. There's a couple of people who come back every now and then. Yeah, basically that's it. I also have started streaming some gaming now and then, totally different, but just for people who like to look at that. And I do like to play games, and I actually give a little bit of commentary as like a game designer. So that might be different from what you see in other gamers, or maybe not. But for Hatchball, I guess it's just time to get going again. I'm actually already opening the projects. Yeah, so Hatchball is a pinball and a creature collection. And this is the state we're in. I'm not going to upgrade Unity at this point. All right. So the game. Basically, yeah, it's a pinball game, but it has like a not this metallic setting that you usually are used to from pinball tables, but it's more like a nature setting. So you got mushrooms and rabbits and flowers, stuff like that. When you play with an egg, and then once that egg gets down to the lower level, which we haven't really designed yet, so I'm not going to do that right now. Well, we have kind of, but not entirely. If your egg gets there and you manage to finish the progression in that bit, then you actually can hatch that egg, and it will become a hatchling over time. Well, it depends. Some some take longer than others. And then, well, then you get to do all that, like the creature leveling, creature growing thing. And basically that part has not really been built at all yet. So no you call it, like placeholders or tests have been done with that even. So basically it's totally it's still totally not done. So I'm gonna try to do that in a bit. But first, that's also why I'm playing now. I'm gonna tweak a couple of things here. So, for instance, those holes with those plants there, that one, they don't really pull the ball in, which they should. I think it's quite impossible now to get them in, the balls. So, I think that's the first thing I'll tweak now. Welcome to the stream, everyone. Yeah, so basically, let's look. The kick-out hole. What's wrong here? Let me just draw a little bit of gizmo, like some debug lines to see what's going on here. Yeah, so I'm already drawing those lines. But I also want to draw the line for if the ball actually gets a force. But I think I changed some stuff here that did not work out as I wanted to. This part. I mean, there is no lock cooldown, so it should definitely work that way. Oh. Let's first just run it debug. And then okay. That. Okay, so this time it did fetch it, or fetch, like grab it. Locked ball, none. Oh. Oh, yeah, of course. Again, I only moved the model. That's not good. I should move the entire ball. So somehow it doesn't really get affected by this thing. There we go. Lock ball. None. I'm gonna lock this and get that ball again. Nothing happens. All right, so no cooldown, no locked ball, no locked ball, and lock cooldown is also false. So this part should still be done. What is the problem here then? Pull radius. This all didn't really change. Gravity force. Huh. Did not know this. That is nifty. In debug view, apparently, this is one of my newer unknown Unity tips, that apparently in debug mode, you can press Alt, keep Alt pressed, and you see the actual name of the variable. Good one to know. I just discovered it myself. Let's see. What was I actually going to do? Gravity force. Doesn't really do anything. Oh, there, yeah. Oh, yeah, the force times gravity force. Okay, so that's if it's in the center. Otherwise, it will. Gravity, actually, not the handiest term, maybe even. I'm gonna change that actually. I'm gonna change this to pull force. That makes more sense. Okay, so basically that doesn't even happen. What we basically get here is, or this does happen, I don't know, but then the pull force is really low. I will debug.draw line from the collision.transform.position to this thing. No, actually the force that it gets. Force. Let's say force. And let's start again. That's the ball. Ah, I did get a force. Interesting. The force should be directed at the ball, but I see this. Oh, duh. I have to copy this, of course. And then I can have a closer look. Oh, did I? Damn. I got the thing again, huh? So do I see the line there? I don't even really see it. I think that as I actually increased the gravity in the whole physics, I must increase this force as well. Let's see. Just like the flipper force should be increased, or force like speed then. That's the ball. Okay, not the model. That is good, and it still doesn't lock it, but it is still, it's a lot better already. What's the, okay, ball radius is actually 1. I don't know what the ball radius was used for. Actually don't know what the ball radius is used for. Pull radius is, okay, yes, makes sense. But still. It is not locked. Okay, so let's see. I will log its square magnitude so that I can see why it's not locked somehow. Or maybe it's locked and unlocked constantly. I don't know. We'll see about that. Because now if I lock, I've changed some logic here, so maybe that happens. Lock ball is, okay. If locked ball is that, and then it will start kicking out. Doesn't do anything else. Whoa, that's weird. It needs to freeze. Where did I lose the freeze? Okay, I'm gonna use Git for this to see what I lost last time. I see that my camera has some delay again. Weird. That's not the one. Kick out behavior. I lost freeze there somehow. Lock cool down. Lock. Okay, I didn't lose it. Maybe I lost it here then. Interesting. Hold on, does it do a kick out? And then after this, if lockball is not no, oh, here it does. Jeez. So it somehow doesn't reach that. Or maybe, let's see, it does freeze. And then it's got a lock ball, and the lock ball is frozen. And then let's take this away. Skipped frames. Huh. Something weird going on here. Maybe this is not the best way to do the camera as well. I've got this new webcam, and it's got this capture program with it, and I think that is not running so well. It is not. I will close it. Also, I'm gonna see if there's something else jamming my system. Doesn't look like there's anything else. So I'm just gonna switch this to the direct mode. All right, which should work now. And there's my camera back. Oh, wow. That's a lot of frames skipped. What is going on with my system here? Sorry for this, people. There's a lot of skipped frames. Something is not going great. So that doesn't use a lot. That doesn't use a lot. It really doesn't seem to be my CPU. I'll close this just to be sure. And then, well, it's better, but high performance. Well, no issues there. Maybe something else was just running and it's just finished now. I hope that's just it. Huh. Yeah. Okay. I should get back to what I was doing. That looks better. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. What was I doing actually? I was seeing why the ball doesn't get locked. So after kick out delay it does kick out, but now it does freeze. So let me just see if that ball actually gets frozen. Well, I'll place some debugs. Yeah, I can actually better place them there. I'll close this as well, as it's not really looking great yet. Well, maybe a bit better. Still some dropped frames. All right, okay, so let's just see when it does freeze, if it actually does freeze. Get in there. So it doesn't get there because it's 0.4. And why is that? Let's see. I can take this away again. Kick out hole. So force magnitude divided by pull radius divided by force magnitude. Interesting. So now it doesn't get above 0.44 something. I mean, that's just very strange because it should actually go up quite a lot. Force magnitude divided by pull radius. Yes, the pull radius is that, and then the force magnitude, that's the difference in, okay, so 1 minus that, so that becomes pull radius. Super strange. I'll think about this more, but for now I'll see what I can do. About this. I guess all the scales changed as well, so let's see. There we go. Whoa, that's immediate. Nope. Ball, where are you? There. Okay, so right, so there's still a bit of a problem with the amount of force, I guess. That's weird. Let's just let it roll past. Okay, there's nothing wrong there. And then, ooh, it rolls in. I think it's better this way. Oops. I'll play a little bit, see if it feels right. Oh, that it almost hit it there. Let's see if I can get it in if I want to. That's of course the most important thing. Well, that one too. I need to tweak that as well, by the way. Those values. The goal is just to get it up there. Yes, okay. So I'm able to get it in there. Oop. Yeah, that was another thing I needed to tweak. I don't know what happened here, but somehow this mushroom got moved, I guess. The bumper. But it's now in the way of the route up there. All right. Normal. Let's see. Bump force 40. Maybe I'll up that as well. And how's it over here? Also 40. Maybe I'll actually make those 50 and even make these here 60. Because I've just, all the physics went up, so that one as well. Okay. The flipper, yes, let me just also change the flipper force. 900, 450. Q as well. Why is that not together? Yes. So 900, let's change that to 1200, down velocity to 600. And for the flippers up there as well, 1200, 600. So just some tweaking. And then we'll see. I need to make sure that I see the, yeah, that feels nice. Oop. It's a bit powerful now, but just a little bit more tweaking maybe. Oh. And then of course I still also need to make sure that the tongue and that the rabbits actually kick, and that the tongue moves along with the plunger, and that the flippers, the snake heads, snake tails actually move along with the flippers. Flipper seems good, the force now. Just that I'm not sure about the bumpers yet. Let's get to them. Like that. No. Like that. Yes. Whoa. That's quite a lot of force. Maybe it's too much. Seems like too much. Yeah. That up there seems quite good. So I'm gonna put all of them to 50. And that's for now. That will be the tweak. Did I have more tweaks I wanted to make in numbers and stuff? I don't think so. So let's just leave it at that for now in terms of Pinball Tweaks, because what I also want to do is get the rest of the game set up. So there's this, there's a couple of ways you can approach stuff like this. You can just keep building until the pinball side is perfect, and then go build on the hatchling side, the hatchery. But I want to be able to test both well, as soon as possible. So as the pinball can already be tested this way, I'm going to first build a bit of the hatchery, so that it will gradually go up together. Yes, uncommitted changes, commit them. That's going to be fixes kickout hole and pinball physics tweaks. All right. So now for the other side of the game. That is the hatchery. Let's go here. And then I'm going to go back to my wire flow tool as well. So basically what we got now. Oh yeah, true. Well, that's kind of it. What we have now is is there like a tool to align Unity align scene with UI? Scene view camera with UI. Align view to select it. Okay, that makes sense. So let's just like that, and then where is that? Oh, did I close it again? Too soon. Or here. Scene camera, nope. I'm gonna get it back then. Game object, align view to select it from the Unity editor menu. Game object, align view to select it. Let's see. Ah, yes, this is nice. Okay, so as long as I don't rotate, that's the way to do it. Okay, so there we go. Another tip for myself as well. So I did this part. That's the part where, like the pinball side, but the hatchery thing is not connected to anything yet. I want to start by finishing off this bit, like the pinball. You go to the level select screen, I guess, which is weirdly small now. It seems like it didn't really align. Huh, strange. Okay, so I did not do that very well. Can I just hide those? No. Okay. Oops. That's there. That's all new, so yes, that's better. Somehow my calculations for the iPhone 8 didn't really match what Unity's doing here. I don't know what changed it, or if this might not be correct yet, but somehow I need to fix this. Also, yeah, maybe it makes more sense to first make this match what I did do, so that I can approximately, yes, fix all those things that were wrong now as well. Yes, okay, let's do that. So the anchoring, as I see here, like that one is done correctly, and this one is not, and that one is not. Okay. So basically not that big of a problem. What am I doing here? UI dialog. Oh, that needs to be hidden. Hidden, I mean this kind of hidden. Yes, okay. So let's just do some fixing up here. Yeah, that needs to be, oh, that's because home, it's just a temporary button. That's why I didn't do anything about it. Okay, yeah, it needs to be 8 and then -8. That was kind of perfectly done. Okay, that's good. And the not scaling of those, that's actually a bit of an issue, and as is that. So hold on, what? No, something else happened, I guess, because I do remember that this was scale. I don't know what happened there, but the canvas scaler, somehow I normally use expand, but did I do physical size? Oh yeah, of course it's buttons. Yeah. Oh, I'm not all there, I guess, today. It's super hot, so that might be it. Yeah, so that's actually scale physically. Makes sense. Makes sense. So when I do this, the buttons will stay the same size. But then for, let's see, for most of these, that's no problem. For those, the preview, oh yeah, that's actually the thing that I was looking for. Yeah, true. That's actually good. And then I need to have a different setting for when it becomes too small. And I have made a script for that in the past somewhere, so I'll fetch that later, so that when it becomes smaller than this, then it will actually just scale along with the screen. And that is what would happen with the iPhone 8 simulator thing. So what I see now actually is that the size, what do they use? Let's see. So that's what happens here. And somehow it seems that this is much bigger. Than what you'd see in reality. So I think I have to do some tests with this before I actually deploy it to an actual Apple, like iPhone 7, I don't know, 7, same size as iPhone 8. I've got an iPhone 7 here to deploy to. I've got an iPhone 5. I've got some Android devices. Maybe I even have the Android devices themselves as well. So for instance, yeah, Moto G7. Got that here. So if I deploy to this thing, will it actually look like this? And if I deploy to, well, let's not talk about this little thingy.
iPhone 5, but don't know where the iPhone 7 is in a different room. I will actually check if it does match, because it seems actually like it would not. This would not be correct. Moto G7 versus iPhone 7. Maybe it is correct. But then the scaling that I did before that was off, so I should actually deploy it to the device and see if it matches. I would guess that they definitely, if they did these things, they would have tested with some of them to see that this actually matches, but I still want to do it just to make sure. That's also interesting. So Unity also really doesn't know what to do with this ISO view, because if I do 2D, then it does match. Also not really comfortably. What I could also do, of course, is design the UI just with a different camera. Like if I take the camera away, it doesn't do anything, right? No. I could actually make that makes actually sense. UI, or I could even do camera stacking. That's probably more expensive, so I'm not going to do that. UI design camera portrait, and just rotate that one to 0. Is 0 the correct way? Yes. And then for that, while designing, I can just set this to flat, and then I can just use the 2D. And I think that's a lot better. Either that, or I put it to overlay and work like this. Yeah, that makes sense then. So there's no extra camera in there. Yes. And then it's missing. That's correct. So if I put it to here, to camera, overlay, and if I put it back to camera, it still knows which camera. So that's good. So while I'm doing UI design now, I'll put it to overlay, and I will put it back to camera when I want to run it. But that is also because I wanted to my menu system that does not really work with screen space. What do you call them? Yes, overlay canvases yet. But I should definitely make that work so that there's no reason to. I could just work it this way and don't need the camera space one. Let's see. So yeah, I need to rescale all this. No. Right, so I'm gonna go back to my wire flow tool and see what happens here. Buttons look way too big now. I'm going to go back to the Moto G7 because I got that one here, and just see. I'll hold it like at the screen. What scale is the actual scale? I don't know how they managed this, but 34 is actual scale on my screen. And then I can just go back in here and see if all that. It looks too big. Yeah, that looks too big. Okay, so basically I am going to, oh, I dropped the bottle there. Basically I am gonna change them. So, oh wow, it just changed to Dutch. Interesting. So here I see this over. Oh, it's vertical layout group. Okay. Height. Oh yes, that's just a vertical layout group. Then the height of those buttons should definitely be less. That height, all those heights should be less. So 32 looks nice. And yeah, and then the spacing also a bit less. And it's going back to Dutch again. Why, I really don't know, but never mind. And then those buttons also need the width of 32, which, and then that one, the spacing, what did I do with the spacing here? 9. Nope, I'm gonna make this 9 too. And then the wide buttons need to get less wide as well. And then a logical number, 2 times 9, so it's probably just 113. No, that doesn't look appropriate. Is it 114 then? Yes, because I rounded all those numbers, it should match. All right, so that's better. And then actually the text, those texts and the icons, but the icons don't really matter because they're gonna be real icons, like drawn ones anyway. But it should be a little bit smaller as well. 20, that's nice. Okay, that's better. And I shall change all those as well, but I think I might even do that off stream because it's really not interesting. What I am gonna do is look at the flow now. So we've got pinball. Then once we have pinball, we go to, it's really weird how some of them get rendered differently, but here as well, there as well, super weird. Like, do they have strange scaling? No rotation. Not here as well. I really have no idea why they're rendering so ugly here. Anyway, I go to this screen, I go to the magic wood. If I press run, it should just go to English, right? Why for God's sake does it go? All right, let's just make a an options screen. Also the logo, does it still match? And why not? Oh, that's screen space camera. Yes, overlay. Yeah, this thing also matters, by the way. The save margin. I should look at that, but all right. I was gonna make a options screen. I guess I'll make that from the main menu. Duplicate the main menu. Oh, options menu. That goes here, and then hey. Okay, so a lot of stuff is suddenly broken. This still works. but removal doesn't, so strange. Anyway, options menu. I will remove that button group, and then this pinball button. No target. Yes. All right, so I will change that to a language button. Language button. And let's say a sound button or something. I guess they will be, I should make actual sliders for the volume of music and sound effects. But let's say credits. Or is that one credits already? What do we mean by the I button? I think it's credits. Okay, so what do we have in the options menu? What we've got left in the options menu is a lot of other options, but I'll just leave it at language for now because I just didn't design the options menu yet. Okay, so term, none, and then say English, and then the term, hold on, I'll say language, and then the term is language. In English it would say Nederlands, and in Dutch it would say English, so I can switch between both right now. Then I should do some weird stuff. No, there are going to be more languages, so it's the current language that shows, not the one you're going to. Okay, back button. I should copy that, copy its transform. Whoa, hey, interesting. They've got new options for that. Paste component values, the back button, and then that button group with language button, and the language button should just switch languages. It's not a menu button. It is language switch. Language switch. All right, where is it? There. In I2 localization, we've got a simple I'm not sure there's actually like a next language. Language manager dot, and I'm importing. Oh, I2.lock language. Oh, it's not language manager, it's localization manager dot current language. There's all the language codes. Hold on. Get all languages code. Yes. Okay, so first time it loads this, it will get a list of strings. That's the language codes, and that's language codes is going to be localization. Localization manager dot get all languages code. Yes, and then localization manager dot current language code. It's going to be language codes, and then the current 1+1. And then that, make sure it doesn't exceed count. That is the language codes dot index of localization manager dot current language code, and this should neatly +1. Should just always cycle all the languages. So I'm going to fetch the current index and just go one further. That should be it. Then, whoa, okay. Then I'm going to make sure the options goes to that screen. That does work though. Nice. And the back is a back. And here's well, by the way. I don't know where that went. Back buttons. And that's it. So if I press options now, I should actually be able to change the language. It doesn't help. No. Nope. Oh, because I didn't bind it yet. The language button did not get an on-click yet. Actually, language button, language switch, next. Right, that's better. And also I should save the language, I guess. So player prefs dot set string. Yeah. String new lang is which codes. Okay. Set string language to new lang, and player prefs dot save, and then at the beginning of the first bit. So where would that be? At the start of the game in global. I do have a global. Oh, I only have global in pinball, huh? That's quite not good. There should be global and there should be game logic. Let me just put this into scripts. Global has everything. Yeah, so this is actually the game logic, not really the global. I shall rename this thing. That's the game logic. And the file was also renamed. That's pretty nifty. But the thing is, was the meta file also renamed? Nope, it was not. Game logic. Ah, that's nice. Did keep that. And I'll rename this game logic, because global should be actually global and like present at all times. And that's this object. Global. And that's for things like language. Global. Global new script. Global. And then we put that into scripts. And global. And global will have a void awake, so that this is an actual starting point that I know will always happen at the start of the whole application, because this is global. And the one thing it does is that thing it uses get string language. As default, it uses English, or actually the localization. Hold on. As a default, it uses the current language code, because that can be set from the device. So basically just doing this should be enough. I get the last saved language from the player prefs and put that into current language. Let's see. So it's Dutch, it's still Dutch. That does not work. Huh. Interesting. Oh, also you see the menu transitions going really crazy. That's because I'm now using the screen space stuff without actually having written the code for that. Hold on, that's wrong. So where's my language switch? Next. So I'm going to just debug this. I'm gonna have to like get more used to maybe just attaching it. Pretty sure that once you got this amount of scripts in there, it might be only NL, because it doesn't really switch. Oh, sure. No, it doesn't. Why didn't I? Did I just get that out? Weird. It didn't really apply it. Great. Yes, that's what I meant. English. Pinball Hatchery, that's what I mean. That's what I want. Ooh. What happened there? That options button got level configuration. Huh. Alright. So we got pinball goes to there. Still this. I'm gonna go to see what languages. Dutch. Default language, device language, default language English. Dang, it really is quite stubborn in this. Will it now remain English? Might be nice. All right. So basically need more screens. Okay, so I'm gonna go play pinball. Then I will choose a level. I'll go to that level and I'll go to Hatchling configuration. So what I'll actually do, I'll move this a bit and I'll move that a bit. Makes it more logical. I should also maybe think about highlighting all the arrows that get into the submenu that you select. Well, those ones are back buttons. I don't know how they got to be back buttons, but now that one too. Super weird. I'll scale all that back again, but that will be fine. For now, I need to look at what we have here. Magic Forest. Strange that it still renders so weirdly. That's what we have, like the difficulty. And we've got our hatchling slots. But then there's another thing you need to choose when you start playing a game, and that's what egg you're going to play with. So the player will have some eggs earned. I'm not really sure again how they get them, but there will be a need to earn eggs to play with, and for every time you play, you can choose what egg you want to play with. So if you lose it, then you lose that specific egg. That's one of the harder parts of this. So basically, if you have an epic creature egg, or a legendary later if we add that, but for now we've got like common, rare, and an epic. If you have an epic egg and you want to actually hatch it, you might want to play an easy mode, because then if you play in easy mode, you will get less coins, you will get less score, but you will have an easier time getting that egg into the hatchery, and less chance of losing that egg. Because if you lose the game, then you lose the egg that you play with. So basically, you will want to practice on normal or hard even until you are sure that you can get the egg into the hatchery, and then use your special eggs. So there should be a nice supply of eggs, but we haven't really gotten to like exactly figuring that out yet. That's going to be a lot of balancing as well. So besides picking a hatchling there, it also needs to have an option for what egg you're going to put in. So I'm pretty sure that this screen is too small to do it at once. Okay, let's just get it into focus here. I will pick all those and just move them over here. What? Ah, interesting. Move them over there, and then this is a feature I still need to add to the tool. Basically, it's all a bit big, so we can still do a lot. And I know that there's games that have way more options, but we should be careful not to overload. So it might be an extra step, but I'll try that out. Let's see. The back button needs to be smaller. Let's just first make everything a bit smaller. It has the 38 width, well, it should be 32, so then this should be 28, I guess. And then this text size should be about 9, which makes sense. 9 is a good text size. That level name text size should also be a little bit smaller, 12, and then that should do auto scaling, auto size. Minimum of 8, maximum of 12. Let's say that for now. Then those. So that's the back button, level name, difficulty. Let's see, difficulty is a group, of course. Yes. Spacing will be 9. The buttons will be, they're now 49 wide. That should make them about 42 wide. Not bad. 40 wide then. 41, I guess. No, 40. And then the height, if it's now 28, it should become like 24. And then let's expand these. The text, high score, text, high score, text, and high score. Oh, hold on, they already have auto size here. Oh, because it's like different languages, but the auto sizes should be different. 7 to 10. Yeah. So 7 is really small, but high score, high score, high score. Well, they will be designed actually, so I won't worry too much about it. That's gonna be 9. That's a lot better. And then those stars. Let's make them 16 now. And somehow they ended up being in a weird position. Hold on, what? Okay. Oh, yeah, 1. And they will be 20 wide, and it will be a little bit over the edge. Let's say something like that. And then here, it should be the same. 5, 12. 12 is good. Okay, cool. So that's the difficulty, and that difficulty can also go up a bit and be less high. Difficulty, cool. We scaled that down. Preview area, it's still, yeah, it's super well doable. I have to look at all this. The preview area should probably be smaller because I need more space in the bottom, but we'll see. This also might become a problem if I scale it to, let's not use this higher phone, let's use a lower phone. Oh, that's not going to work. I won't do it for now. Though actually what I'm doing here is not good. I should do it on this. Yes. because now I can already see that this is not enough space for the preview. Yeah. Maybe the preview area should actually reach under the buttons there. Oops, under the difficulty buttons. Oops, I'm not sure yet. Maybe this is a solution, but let's first make those hatchling slots a bit smaller. 40, and also the text should be smaller. Yes, and their container should also be smaller. That is quite strange. Yeah, that's better. Oh yeah, the spacing just the same as above. That's better. Also, difficulty is weirdly. Yeah, that's better. 10, 10. Yeah, now that's a better container. The hatchling slots. I think we'll make them a little less high. Control, child size, height. So the hatchlings you place in the level. Let's make preview area a different color, by the way. You place the hatchlings in the level. So it might work like this, but it's pretty small. Yeah, well, I'm not all too content about this yet. All right, so now there's space here to pick your egg. I guess that this can even go there, along with the preview area. Something like this. And then we still have enough space to make that. I'll actually use the play button and copy it. And then I will might also be a static width. What did I do for preview again? 12, 12. Yeah, I'll do the same there for now. We'll have to look more into this. This will be the egg button. And that is going to be playing with and then there's a basic egg, like basic egg. That's the one you can't hatch. Or practice egg. I don't know yet. It's not localized yet. Okay, well. Oh, it is here. Not. Playing with. right, and then I'm gonna the egg button. It needs a smaller text, of course. Maybe even like that. Yeah. Okay, and then no, that's the top. 0.5 there, and then it should align left or right. Let's, in this case, align right and make the egg appear on the right side. Hold on. Playing with, and then egg label, practice egg, and this should be 0 to 0 to 0.5. That's not good. That is better. Playing with. And then. Oh, that's the wrong one, huh? Yes. Playing with, and then that one should not have a localization. It should, but not. Only in script. Practice egg. Practice egg or practice egg. I think it's with an S in this case, but don't. And then the egg should appear on the right there. So I'll actually make some more space for it. No, yeah, and now I know I'm gonna put the play button to the left. And this play with egg button, I'll give that a bit more space. Maybe even way more. Oh, that's a bit much. Something like this, and the egg can definitely just stand over there, and you can click, and then the egg will be displayed. Will be displayed over here. Let's make a placeholder for that, or not. Nah, not per se. This should be clickable, and then that egg itself should also be clickable. And if you click that, you go to egg selection. Actually, I see that there's those stars here are also weirdly placed, I guess. Let's go in there and copy this for those stars as well. That's not really necessary, but I don't like seeing those crosses there. It's just like seeing errors in. Yeah, that's better. It's just like seeing errors in here, which is obviously not nice. Or seeing like I've got unread mail, stuff like that. 0 actually makes sense here. Cool. So now we've got level configuration here. We're playing with a practice egg, and I'll move all this stuff. There's going to be a new screen, and that's picking an egg. And basically, it should be way more than way different from hatchlings, but I'm going to use this as a starting point. And that is going to be, that's not, why is that called level name? That's weird. Pick your egg. I have no idea if we're gonna call it like that, but probably. And then those should be all those eggs. Hatchling slots. Oh god. This is not super ideal that I'm doing it like this, because later it will be done from a prefab in a script. So, but for now, egg. So it's just to get the total thing going, and that we can actually design the whole game. While it's already in Unity, it's still a big advantage. Let's see. So if I press that button, I'm gonna go to that one, and that one is big egg. Then when you're finished with the game, you should get into well, if you actually finish the game, you got a lot of options, like that you've failed to secure the egg into the hatchery, then you lose the egg unless you like use I don't know which currency yet, but use something to get an extra life or to get your egg back. And if you did manage to get it into the hatchery, you get an option to either put it in a nest. If you got a slot in a nest, if you've got like limited space, there's just some nests that you have. If you don't have enough space in the nest, or just if you want to, you can also discard the egg and get a rune instead. And also you can choose to not hatch it, but just get it back into your egg supply, like the unhatched eggs. That will just throw away the progression that you made, like the fact that you actually managed to reach the end of the pinball progression. So it's not a good option anyway, but if you don't have space and there's other eggs still hatching, then you've got that option. There's also the option to place it temporarily in a little like worm chamber, like a magic stasis chamber or something, but you've only got like 3 slots there. So basically, if you filled those and you're still waiting for other eggs to hatch, then you have to either discard one or discard the current one, or just say, okay, I'm gonna play this one again some other time. I'm gonna make all that also, like the menus for that, but not now. That's an interesting little selection thing there. Well, here we go. What did I do? I added a language switch and I fixed some. Oh yeah, because I changed global and game logic, it didn't see it as a rename. All right. Adds language switch button to options. Adds screens, option screen actually, but adds egg selection. All right, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed watching this. If you did, of course, as always, please like, share, follow, subscribe, whichever are applicable. And if you feel like supporting us, then please do so. There's a Patreon, patreon.com/virtualplay, and or virtualplaynl. I'm not sure actually. Well, it's in the description of YouTube, and it's also in the links of Twitch, like the channel links. There's some rewards set up as well, so you won't be just supporting, but you will get an opportunity to join. As always, I'm going to end with some music. I did actually find new music, but I did not get around to editing it so that it's proper for I was going to say showing, but it's not. Yeah, well, proper for playing in the stream. So I'll get back on that, and that will probably, hopefully, be there on this Sunday. So yes, I will be streaming again on Sunday. For now, thank you for watching, and have a good evening or day, depending on where you are. And I hope to see you again this Sunday. The music that I'm playing is just one more time, the theme song of Bizircle from 2012 that I made, 2012-2014, the adaptive version for 3 different intensities that you can hear here. Thank you for watching again, and we'll see you hopefully on Sunday, and otherwise some other time in the near future. Bye bye.